All right, thank you, Rick. Certainly feeling like fall out there. Again, as we take a look at some of the video there with Hurricane Aaron right now, which is making its way closer to the North Carolina coast. You can see the satellite there. And we're going to talk more about the track and its eventual move just offshore here, what impacts it could bring to Maryland here in just a few minutes. But really the big story has been how much cooler it's been this afternoon. At one point today, temperatures were running 30 degrees cooler than the same time yesterday. Temperatures only reaching the low 70s for highs. That continues into tomorrow, so if you've been enjoying the nice, refreshing air, you got about another day or so to enjoy it. Sunshine's going to make a return later this week. It'll also start to warm up, and of course, we are tracking Aaron's next move, which right now looks like it'll stay well offshore, but we're going to have some issues to deal with here as it bypasses our area. Still a couple of showers developing across parts of the eastern shore. These will continue overnight into tomorrow, so it'll be a little damp at times for some areas, but really this is the big story. Look at this. Here we are in the middle of August and dealing with temps in the mid-60s, and tomorrow afternoon's highs are not going to get much warmer than this, believe it or not. We're in that kind of that cold wedge pattern that we typically get in sometimes, and it takes a couple of days for it to break up and move on out. That's what we expect here for tomorrow. Off and on wet for your morning commute, and then into the afternoon, we're going to see off and on showers as this pattern continues with the front that came through yesterday down to our south, and we're getting that cooler air, that cool, dense air that rides down the east slope of the Appalachians there. And again, as long as these winds remain out of the northeast, which they will for the next couple of days, we're going to keep this pattern hanging around here for the next day or so. Futurecast shows rain chances in the forecast here for tomorrow. Best chances, southern Maryland, eastern shore as we go into the afternoon. And then on Wednesday, it looks like we'll still see some showers around the area, but we're going to get some upper level energy coming in. May get a couple of thunderstorms popping up here on Wednesday afternoon. We happen to get some sunshine. Maryland cast, though, across the entire state, temps in the 70s, off and on showers here, so it looks like a wet, cloudy day across the entire state. Now, as we take a look at Hurricane Aaron, which now has weakened to a Cat 3, it's going to expand in size, so even though the storm's weakening, it's going to get wider, and that's going to be important for us. They've got tropical storm watches in effect for parts of the North Carolina coast, but as the wind field gets closer to us, we could see some gusts up to tropical storm force at the coast here coming up on Thursday. It looks like sustained winds 20 to 30, but some gusts over 40, not out of the question, and that's going to create a problem with the area beaches. We've got red flags flying and likely going to see this all the way through Friday. Maximum surf getting up to about 10 feet coming up on Thursday down at the beaches there in Maryland, Delaware. It does look like things will get a little bit better by Saturday, but not going to be favorable at all. My advice, do not get in the water at all if you plan on heading to the beach here through the middle to the latter part of the week. Just simply too dangerous. Here's your first alert 7-day forecast. Again, next couple of days we'll have highs in the 70s. Well, it may see a couple of thunderstorms here on Wednesday afternoon, but sunshine 82 Thursday, 84 Friday, and right now looking good for the Commanders-Ravens game coming up on Saturday at noon. Looks good for there, and then storm chances make their return later in the weekend. Grace.
All right, Derek, thank you. Well, the